Hey, we're hanging here at the 2008 NAMM show with DJ Pierre, godfather of Acid House. And
Hey.
Pierre, for those that for some reason may not know what you have done and maybe been under a rock or something for the last 20 years, can you just give us a little bit of background of who you are and what you've done?
Well, first of all, I'm DJ Pierre from Chicago, creator of Acid House, Wild Pitch, and a number of other sounds that came from that, such as trance, trance derived from Acid House. And I did it with this group called Future. We gave it its name and everything. So that's me.
So, a very short time ago, we received a phone call at the offices in Stockholm, Sweden, and I believe you got one of the Propellerhead employees, Tage, on the phone, and you were surprised to hear that not only did he know who you were, but that he knows your music and was a fan, and as I am as well. And you were telling us that you had been using Reason for some production on your newest or latest album. So could you tell us a little bit of what kind of got you in the first place to even look towards Reason as a tool that you would use for that?
Well, the funny thing is that I have been using hardware for so long, so I was one of the main people saying, I'm not switching to no software. I just don't get it. I said, it just don't make no sense. This is the real stuff right here. So I'm used to drum machines, keyboards, turning knobs. And what happened was people started saying, Pierre, you gotta check out this program called Reason. I'm telling you, you gotta check it out. So, after about 6 months of working on the album, I felt like I got a little stagnated, and I just was like, I'm not flowing creatively right now. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get this program and give it a try. So I got the program. It took a very short time to really learn how to use it. And before I knew it, I was actually creating some real good stuff on it and not missing my drum machines and keyboards as much as I had thought. And then before I knew it, 8 months passed by and I hadn't touched my drum machine. So I was like, wow. I said, that right there, that's what's up. I'm gonna stick with this program right here. And I come to contact Propellerhead because I had did a gig in Sweden. And they was like, oh, Pierre, man, that's a great track that you played. What did you use to make it? I said, I used this program called Reason. It's like, you use Reasons? So they start getting real excited, right? Yeah, I use it. They said, oh man, you know that program was made right here in Sweden. I said, really? Said, yeah, right here. I'm telling you, man, that's amazing, man. They would probably really freak out if they knew you used their program. So I thought, oh, you know what? I'm gonna give the guys a call when I get home. So I searched it on the internet and ended up getting Tage on the phone, and the rest is history, basically.
Thank you for reaching us. We're very, very happy
no
with that.
problem.
So you're now using Reason version 4. I know that recently you made the switch over to version 4. Is there anything that, in particular, that you found with the new version, or even with older versions, that you find is an essential tool in your production?
Well, 4 it's incredible. The reason why I say that is because, the previous versions were cool, but 4, it solidified me in a way that I knew I was at home on the program. I felt like I had found that drum machine, that thing that was the heart and soul of my studio. The way you can do the automation on there and the modules on there. In fact, the one that really caught my eye was Thor. When I seen Thor, besides how it looks, because it just looks powerful, it looks menacing, it looks like, I'm gonna get some hot sounds out of that. Like, it looks like it's no bass sound you can't create in that thing just by looking at it. And the fact that you can trigger things almost as you can with the redrum, how it's like a drum machine / keyboard. So that thing is really crazy for me. But I like how you could slide even the automation and the notes around, how you could see the notes and you could see what's going on the screen. It works very similar to recording programs, like studio programs that you record vocals and stuff in. So I was very much at home at that. It works hand in hand with those programs very well. So I think 4 is a huge improvement on an already good program.
So when you're beginning your work on a song and when you're going to sit down in front of Reason and start to compose, do you have any templates or any kind of setups that you will kind of always go to, or how do you work?
Well, the funny thing is I so much go straight into creative mode that a lot of times I will start with the last song I made, and I'll like delete like all the information and just leave those same modules and just start creating new stuff from there. And usually I have about 3 or 4 Thors up in there, and about 2 subtractors, and a couple of Maelstroms, and about 4 redrums, and a couple of Dr. Rex loop players. And I just have those ready to go, so I can just keep it moving like that. And I like the redrum also because I can just load wave sounds in there. I only have to convert it to a Rex file. And I have all my samples on one module at my disposal to just do whatever I want with, you know.
So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing now in the project you're working on. I know you have the Afro Acid project. Tell us a little bit about the project, who's involved, and the direction that you're going in.
Well, my album is called DJ Pierre's Afro Acid Project, and to me, it's like my life work. You know, it's been 2 years doing the album, and I work with a lot of incredible people. And the album is really not about dance music at all. It's really about people. It talks about, you know, different things that's happening in the world right now, such as war, you know, hunger, and the fact that we just want peace and love on this earth. So it's a few songs dealing with those issues, as well as a few songs just dealing with feeling good, partying, being at the club or whatever. But I wanted it to be something people could connect with on a human level, not just a superficial level of just dancing and throw your hands in the air. And on the album, I work with Tom Stefan, Super Chumbo. I work with Green Velvet. We remade acid tracks, actually. And I work with Louis Vega. Paul Woolford did some remix work for me on the album. Don Tallman, which is a very soulful singer, you know, out of New Jersey. And I got countless people that I've worked with here and there on the album that I don't even remember everybody at this point, but it's a lot of great names and great producers. Seamus Haji from the UK actually did a track with him, so I'm really excited about this album and just looking forward to it.
Great. Well, I want to thank you again for coming out here at the NAMM show with us and doing
no problem, no problem.
Blessing us with your presence and your music, and for all that you're doing for us, and wish you the best of luck with the project. For sure.
All right, thanks. Look for the album out real soon.